Jansen Harris here with the Just Good Network. Joining me is the voice of Ggc, Matt Mahony. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me. What's good with you guys?
No, we're doing good. We have to show Ggc some love, man.
Appreciate it.
Straight domination. Let's talk about the women's sports first. Guys have softball, soccer, tennis. How important is it for people to come out and support some of the female sports?
Absolutely. GGC right now is 6 for 6 in 2018. We had 6 sports. All 6 of them reached the final site. So we had softball going to the World Series. Women's soccer goes down to Orange Beach and competes in the quarterfinals. And our women's tennis team wins the national championship in 2018. So we're getting geared up for the spring season coming up next week. And so we'll see softball and women's tennis in action and really looking forward to it. I mean, just to be a part of what is the GGC family and Ggc Athletics and being a Grizzly, we get tremendous support from the fans. And it's just phenomenal my job is to basically tell the stories of our student athletes and our coaches. And when they win as much as they do, it makes my job really easy. And it makes life a lot easier for things like this, where you and I get to talk about Ggc Athletics.
I know, I'm excited, man. I just heard a couple minutes ago off air, top 5 and everything?
Yeah, going into the spring season, which starts next week, we're going to get started with men's tennis on Thursday. They're going to take on Division II Lander, and GGC's #1 team in the country on both the men's and the women's tennis side. Baseball is going to get started next Friday. They're the #3 team in the country. And then the first Wednesday in February, softball bringing up the rear at #5. So we've got all 4 spring sports in the top 5 of the latest NAI preseason poll.
Okay, let's talk dynasties real quick. The men's team, 5 out of 5?
Yeah.
Man, you got to talk to me about this. Why have they been so dominant?
So you want to give me the credit. Chase Hodges deserves all the credit there. He's our head coach of both our men's and our women's teams.
Him too,
yeah, we'll get him on here too. But Chase has done a tremendous job. His philosophy is recruit more, and then recruit even more. And he's done a phenomenal job with our program. It's not just a group of freshmen that have come in for 4 years. These are classes and transfers over time that have built this dynasty. They're currently on an 82-match winning streak. Now, let's put that in perspective. They haven't lost since 2015. 82 matches in a row. They played Division I's, Division II's, Division III's, NAIAs. Last year, they were 26-0 and won a national championship. They are 5 for 5 at the NAI level. In years they've been eligible, they have won the national title. It's a complete dynasty. It is alive and well in Lawrenceville.
So I know you're the main guy covering this and being there nationally.
Sure.
Do you think there's extra pressure on them knowing that winning culture? Do they keep that pressure on them like, okay, we need to win. Winning is a must. This is who we are.
I can't describe it to you, to anyone that would understand. And the invite I would give you is come to practice. Because what you and I think of as pressure, oh my goodness, 82 matches in a row, 5 national championships, they embrace it. And all they embrace is today. Because today at practice, they're going to hit tennis balls for 2 hours, and it's the most competitive thing you've ever seen. Because they fuel off of it. I want to be the best, whether it's the best today at practice, today in the weight room, or next Thursday when they take on Lander. They're going to be the best. And so the dynasty does not sleep. It's alive every single day for this program, and it's the most competitive group I've ever been around. And this is years over classes in the recruiting cycle with Chase Hodges at the helm, and it's so much fun to be around. It really is.
And speaking of Chase Hodges, he coaches the women's team as well. 4 out of 5, another dynasty.
His email signature has the running tally of national titles.
Greatness.
At GGC, and it's even on the individual side in the spring, tennis competes as a team. And so you win a team match. And so that's how you win the team national championship. In the fall, the Grizzlies can compete as individuals. And so we've had individual NAIA national champions as well. And I think the tallies, I've literally lost count of it. It's almost 30 total national titles now for Chase Hodges in the tennis program at GGC. And so we've been so blessed and so fortunate for him to want to continue his career here at GGC. And it's just phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal to be around him and his program. Facility's wonderful. He recruits internationally. He's actually overseas right now with the season starting next Thursday.
Didn't know that. Didn't know GGC was that serious with the recruiting.
Absolutely. South American, European, Eastern European too as well. A couple of Americans have mixed in over the last couple of years too as well. It's the premier place to play tennis in the collegiate ranks.
I know the school is growing. It's getting bigger. They're building bigger facilities. More people are coming in. You guys basically turn into a university. Tell us something, Matt, because I know you cover it closely. You got the insight on everything. Tell us something we might not know about some of the athletics at Ggc.
The rumor on campus is if you stand still long enough, they're just going to build the building over top of you.
Wow.
That's how fast Ggc has grown. When I first got there now 5 years ago, I mean, in year 6, we had 5,000 students. Now we have 12,000 students. And so what's going to happen is what is happening right now. GGC is just going to grow and grow and grow. And one day they're going to wake up, stop, and say, okay, this is where we're going to succeed at. This is what GGC is going to be. What that means for us in athletics is we are at 6 sports. And so we are going to excel at the 6 sports that we have. And like we said earlier, 6 sports have made the final 6 sites. And so success is what it is right now at GGC, and the administration going through a change in the president's office right now, but everybody's been very happy with the athletic department. What that means for growth moving forward, your guess is just as good as mine. We're happy with our 6 sports. It all comes back to funding at the state level with the Board of Regents. So we just keep growing and growing and keep winning and winning, and everybody's happy with that for the time being.
Thank you, Matt. Matt, got one last question for you. I'm excited. I have to throw this out there.
I know it's coming, too.
You know it's coming.
Yep.
Basketball, football. Could we see this at GGC?
Could we see it at GGC? That answer is yes. The real question everybody wants to know is when. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Like I said, the Board of Regents and our president's office was really happy with our 6 sports and the success that GGC has had. We joke that we're on the Kennesaw State plan. Kennesaw State, it took them 40 years to get football. We're in year 6, so maybe our kids one day might get to enjoy basketball and football at GGC. But you're absolutely incorrect in assuming from an inside standpoint, we have no plans internally of adding basketball or adding football. I love basketball and football. I would be the one carrying a flag, waving around that we're adding it, but it's just not realistic at this point. It's all based on funding. And to really put things in perspective, we don't even have an auditorium on campus, 12,000 students, and we don't have a place. We basically have an outdoor graduation, or we go across the street to the Infinite Energy Arena to do it indoors like in the winter. So we don't even have a place to play basketball on campus. And as you know, that's a multi-million-dollar project in itself, and that funding just simply isn't there right now.
Thank you, Matt. Matt Mahony, the voice of GGC, kind of a legend in this zone, too. He's part of it. He basically built the whole broadcasting program as well.
Well, I do appreciate the kind words coming from a fellow content creator. What we do at the Grizzly Digital Network, I tell people this all the time. I'm just one man in front of the camera. Every time we do a live broadcast, we've got 3 or 4 cameras on site. We've got replays. We've got graphic coordinators. And there's about 6 students behind the scenes. So every one of me, there's 6 people working hard behind the scenes that are 100% GGC students that run the Grizzly Digital Network, our student-run production. And so I'm so blessed and so fortunate that they get some hands-on experience to help them toward their degree, and some real-life hands-on experience once they get their degree into the real world. And hopefully one day you get to employ them. Can you promise me that here today, part of the Just Good Network?
You know what? We're going to come out there, talk to some of y'all, talk to some of the athletes. We'd love to do that, honestly.
Well, before I leave here, that's exactly what I wanted to do. I've even made it official. I brought Dale Long, our sports information director.
Okay.
We officially want to invite you guys out to Lawrenceville, Georgia. Come see us at Georgia Gwinnett College in the athletic department. Cover the Grizzlies. Baseball successful, softball successful, men's and women's tennis is living a dynasty right now. We want you guys to come out, check us out. You'll get the all-access behind-the-scenes pass, and we want to see you guys out there covering GGC and the Grizzlies.
You heard it. Breaking news. We going to GGC. Thank you again, Matt, for coming on. I'm excited. Jansen Harris, Matt Mahony, voice of GGC.
Go Grizzlies.